guys, and welcome to another video update. This week was Welcome Week on the blog, and it was a good one. I'm glad to see that so many people were excited about the giveaway. I was really excited about it. We haven't really done one like that where I've combined a whole lot of Etsy sellers into one little neat package. So Etsy's a great place for just little things like some of the best wedding stuff that I've seen have been tiny things like shoe charms or bouquet charms or cards to ask somebody if they'll be your bridesmaid. Just like little details like that. I mean, you can also get wedding dresses and veils and centerpieces and all that stuff on Etsy too, but I really like it more for the small, unexpected things, like a lot of the things that we saw this week that are in that welcome bag. And I have the last piece of the giveaway. This is the last thing that's in the welcome bag that you guys haven't seen before. And it's really cute. It's this little, I'm never going to be able to get this on camera right, but I'll try to hold it up a little bit. There you go. It's this out-of-town wedding guest survival kit, which is such a cute idea. It's like kind of a joke gift. It's not actually like a sewing kit or sunscreen or any of that stuff that we talked about as far as being like comforts and necessities. But there's little things that say, you know, Starburst for a burst of energy when you need it, earplugs to help you get a good night's sleep, almond joy to remind you what a joyous occasion this is. I mean, it's just like little things like that. But it's a nice touch, and I really appreciate the creativity from that Etsy seller. So that's the last piece of the giveaway, and I will be announcing the winner tomorrow on Saturday. So one of you lucky readers is going to get that suitcase all full of goodies. I did get a lot of questions about Cassie's dessert party, writing questions and things like that. For those of you who are on the Disboards, Cassie's actually in the middle of doing her trip report, so any questions that you had, you should take over there because she's being really good about responding to people. The number one question that I got asked was, what was that location, the suite in the Grand Floridian, and why wasn't it somewhere else in the blog, and why had they never heard about it before, and why was I basically holding out on them for this fantastic location. That suite is actually, like, it's not like the Whitehall room or the ballrooms. It's a suite like your hotel room. So she booked that suite to sleep in and to be in during her wedding. And it's a suite that's sort of reserved for like VIPs, things like that. I think from what I remember, Princess Diana stayed there. I mean, it's that kind of suite. So it's not some secret extra cool place that I just didn't feel like telling you guys about. It's actually like some super awesome place that I never considered because we couldn't afford it. So if you have any questions about that, go ahead and talk to Cassie because she'll be able to tell you more than I will. But I'm glad you liked it. I thought that her pictures were beautiful, and it definitely made me want to go back in time and have a welcome party. That's kind of one of the hard things about doing things like the welcome bags or dessert parties or stuff like that. Anything that I didn't personally like do for the wedding, or anything that we kind of nixed early on, being like, oh, we can't do it because we are on such a tight budget. I don't necessarily regret those decisions because we stayed so close to the budget considering what we had, and we were so happy with our wedding that it's not like I ended the day and thought, oh, if I could have just had this or this or this or this. But it is hard seeing everybody's beautiful pictures and stuff like that later on because it just makes you go, oh, that would have been awesome, and my family would have just loved that, and if I'd done welcome bags, I could have put this, and wouldn't that have just been great? I think it's hard not to have those regrets. And I think the funny thing is, even if I could go back in time and we had done welcome bags and I had done a rehearsal dinner and we had done a dessert party, I'm sure I'd still be having those feelings because, oh, I could have just done these centerpieces, and oh, I should have put that in the welcome bag, and I should have written this into my vows. I mean, I think that if you keep paying attention to weddings and you sort of stay in that loop, eventually you're going to be like, oh, that would have been perfect. I think for me personally, every time I catch myself doing that, I have to stop and be like, your day was amazing. Shut up. And worst comes to worst, in 50 years, you can have a great big vow renewal and you can do all the good ideas then. So, but yeah, I mean, I liked showcasing all the welcome bags. I like that so many people do that. I think it's such a nice touch, and it's so gracious because a lot of people really go out of their way to attend a Disney World wedding or a Disneyland wedding, and it's nice to recognize them for doing that and to say, you know, I just wanted to show you that I know that you don't owe me your presence here at my wedding, and that it's not that you're lucky to come to my awesome Disney wedding. It's that I'm so lucky to have people in my life who are willing to travel to do this. So I think it's a really nice touch. A little bit of personal wedding news. I blogged about that blurb book that I made with all of our wedding snapshots, the like 5,000 and something pictures that I had to go through. That was a crap project because I was on the computer for hours and hours and hours going through those snapshots. And even though it was like our wedding and I love it, about an hour into it, I was just so sick of it, I can't even tell you. But the book came this week, and if I can heft it over, it's nice. I mean, it's really, I feel really happy about it that that it actually came and that I now have all those pictures in this tangible thing. You can see it's pretty thick. It's probably totally looking off because I'm like shoving it in the face of the camera, but it's a whole lot of pictures, and a lot of them are just sort of like tossed in there, different, I bend it completely, just sort of tossed in there randomly. And some of the pages really have like a ton of pictures on them because I needed to sort of cram a whole bunch in there at once because, 5,000 pictures. But it's nice because I have pictures like this one. I really like this one. If you could see these, they're not going to come out at all, but they're like blurry, sort of colorful, random snapshots from somebody's digital camera. And somebody, I'm sure, took those and then saw them later and was like, oh no, they're so blurry or whatnot. But I really like them. I mean, I think that the combination of the blurriness and the overexposure from the flash and the sort of crooked pictures or people who didn't zoom in enough, I mean, it just sort of, each of those pictures not only is a picture from the wedding, but it tells me something about the person that took the picture. And for a lot of them, I remember like, oh, I know where that person's sitting, so I bet you I know who took this picture. And it's nice. It's kind of special. I mean, I have a blurb book that's about the same size that has all of our pictures from Root Photography, and obviously I love it because I loved our professional photography, but there's something so personal about this one. I really, really like it. So yeah, that was a good little project. Well, that about wraps it up for this week's video update. I'm really excited about next week. I think it's going to be good. A lot of the posts that I've got planned out are really exciting. Good stuff from other people, not just me. And the giveaway is awesome. I'm not going to tell you what it is because I'm not going to announce it until Sunday, but it's probably, this might go down in history as one of my favorite giveaways. It's not like this week's, it's not something big, it's not something that a lot of people were involved in, but it's something coming from an Etsy seller, and it's a really, really sort of special idea, and I'm really excited about it, so stay tuned for that. I do have a song for you, not surprisingly. It's sort of going along with our week's theme, and this song is called Welcome by Jump 5, and it's from the original songs from that Brother Bear movie, and this is like the Disney Channel teeny bopper souped up music on crack version, and I love that kind of thing. I'm one of those people who likes to drive around listening to the Hannah Montana soundtrack, so this is actually, I can tell you this is on a whole bunch of my Disney playlists, and when you hear it, you're going to be like, Carly, that music's for 12-year-olds, to which I just say, yes, and it's awesome. So I love this song for video montages. I love this song for maybe walking into your reception, anything that's sort of fun and upbeat and that talks about wanting to get the group involved. It's just a fun little Disney song, so I hope you like it. And that's it. So I will talk to you guys next week.